So with our first au pair, we really had no idea how long this would take, how many au pair profiles we would have to screen through in order for us to probably find the perfect match for our family. So we've learned that this is a process and it doesn't just happen overnight. And so I want to talk a little bit about our experiences and why we think that giving it about a 6 months lead time, at least for us, works really well. When we get started on our new au pair search, we usually have a pretty good idea of what we want in our ideal candidate. Preferably, we'd have all the great characteristics of all of our past au pairs, and then we want to build on that in order to find our next suitable au pair. And by the time you add special needs in, I think we're pretty much looking for a crossover of Superwoman and Mary Poppins, and I'm afraid so is the rest of the country who's looking for their next wonderful, perfect au pair. And I guess it's like the lottery. You just need one winning ticket, but we all know how well that's worked out for us with the instant success. And we do realize it's a process and it takes time, and you really don't want to rush that. With the interview process, it can take a while because we first go online and we'll review some of the profiles, and maybe we'll review 5, 10, 15 profiles before we find that we come across one that we think we want to go ahead and interview that one over a Skype call. And then once we get there, we usually take several Skype calls and emails back and forth for us in the end to feel confident that we have the right au pair and possibly selected the right match for us. Generally, what we've learned over the years of looking for the next au pair is that many au pairs want to come during the summer months because it's after their exams, which usually happen early, late spring, and then they just start a new chapter in their life. So if you're looking to have an au pair arrive outside of what they might consider their ideal arrival time, it just may take a little longer trying to find that perfect match for you. We've also realized over the years that even though most professional au pairs would like to arrive during the summer months, the mere volume of candidates available does not guarantee success instantly. We've probably screened 20 to 50 profiles online every time and then moved forward with maybe 3 to 7 interviews via Skype. Being German myself, I actually see that professional au pairs, especially the ones from Europe, they like to know what they're doing, in the next few months and not just tomorrow. And those who actually go and get their degrees as an occupational therapist, physical therapist, kindergarten teacher, most of them have exams in the springtime, especially February, March, April timeframe. So ideally, they want to be matched with a host family before that exam stress starts, and then have everything in place so they can move on with their exams, be done with that, and then move on with their new position as an au pair. Also for us, starting the search process about 6 months out of the desired arrival time helps us stay a lot more calm and less frantic if we haven't found the right match after first few round of interviews. After all, au pair candidates are added to the pool on a continuous basis, and I may log on the next day and just find that perfect match. So once we've chosen our new au pair, they have to go and obtain a visa, and depending on the time of the year, that may take a little longer, depending on how busy the embassies are at that time. And one last reason why we like to choose our au pair many months ahead of the arrival time, because it then really gives us a great opportunity to continue to get to know each other. We Skype numerous times, we send emails back and forth, and so by the time they arrive in our family, we're not complete strangers anymore. And it's also a lot easier on the kids if they've been able to create some sort of a relationship with that new au pair. It just makes the whole experience a lot easier for everybody. So over the years, we've become really comfortable with interviewing our next au pair about 6 months out. It just gives us enough time. It doesn't rush the process, gives us time to get to know them. And thus far, for all the 6 and now soon our 7th au pair, it's always worked out the best for us.